But yeah, we do a lot of stuff. We effectively work to help young people with emotional, social and educational needs and things like that. As of course, we all have those needs and we do it in many, many type of ways. I don't feel this is my space to share what we do. I think it's best coming from the young people. What is it we do that you enjoy the most?
Want to go?
I don't mind. You go first.
So obviously you do your sessions, like the youth club sessions, and that's how everyone, I think, is that how you come across Didcot TRAIN, like the sessions, the youth club?
Yeah, definitely.
The sessions, and you do like all the different types of sessions, the dinner and debate, the shout, and then you run like more private group sessions, and then you started to do all the trips in the half terms and things, and that's how everyone starts to become more involved with it. But I know you go to schools as well, but I come across Didcot TRAIN from the youth club. Yeah.
And here's a question for you then, right? So when you first heard about Didcot TRAIN, what were you expecting compared to what you know
Yeah,
now?
so when someone told me, I think it might have been one of the now youth workers here, told me about it when she was going, and she said to me, like, do you want to come to youth club tonight? And I was a bit like, oh, like, what's youth club? I wasn't that fussed about coming, and then I was like, oh, actually, and it started coming on just a Tuesday, then it was a Tuesday and Friday, then it was just trips, then I just started becoming more involved.
You talk about trips, and so as a charity, of course, we have a flagship program called Explore More, where we take young people on a trip to France. You two were on that trip. George, what did you think of it?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah?
I think we took part in lots of activities that won't happen a lot for like a normal a person in general. So it was a trip to remember.
Yeah,
It was.
it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
We'd do it again.
What is it you did in France?
What did we do? So we stayed in this. What would you call the house? Like
A massive.
Like a farm. It was a
Like a
farmhouse. It was a
farmhouse.
farmhouse. Yeah.
and it was on the most like the
An olive farm.
scenery. Yeah, the scenery was amazing. So it was on the house, and then in the morning we do like work around the farm, help around, do all sorts of bits. What did we do? We did stone picking.
Picking up cow poo.
Yeah,
Cow,
picking up
no, goat,
Sheep.
It was
Sheep.
the
Sheep
smell.
poo. Sheep poo.
Okay.
The smell was
It gets
Like,
in your lungs, doesn't it?
That's what
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been told.
like you
It's in
become
your
immune
lungs.
to it. Like you become immune to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I've been told that's the one thing that every young person I've spoken to about France tells me is the smell.
And like we come back and we'd have like our blue, what would you call it?
overalls.
That
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wear.
yeah, yeah.
And they'd
Overalls,
just
yeah.
be
Yeah.
like, they'd just be chucked in the wardrobe. They just think.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then in the afternoon we do like really good activities. What did we do? We did.
I can't remember the professional names for them. We jumped off rocks.
Yeah, yeah.
We did canyoning. No,
Canyoning.
canyoning.
Yeah,
that
we
was,
did
that was
canyoning.
when we did the
That was good
last
fun.
day in the sea. We did. What was that
Oh
other
yeah,
one
the
called?
canyon and the.
Oh no, was that in the waterfall? Tom actually went as well as a volunteer.
I
with
was
us.
there. Yeah, I was there.
What else did we do? Like abseiling. We climbed up. What was that? I don't know what that was.
Some
Couple of
massive
mountains.
mountain.
Yeah.
We
Stayed-
stayed the night over at the mountain in a
Yeah.
little rock shed.
Yeah. Not many people have done that. I'd never done that before, so that's,
Yeah, we
that
was planning on
exciting.
sleeping under the stars, but the weather wasn't on our side. So
No, that sounds amazing. Obviously, I was back here in sunny little Didcot, not experiencing the joy. But the stories I've heard, the things I've been told about it, it must have been amazing. And as you were pointing out, George, for the young people, this is such a surreal experience.
yeah,
Exactly.
Something that you're not likely to do as a young person.
and that's what I didn't expect doing when I come to Didcot TRAIN. Like in January, I wouldn't have thought, oh, I'm going to be going to France in September, because I also did my work experience as well here.
You did.
And George, what do you think in the last year is the biggest thing you've taken away from being involved in Didcot TRAIN?
I think that I've learnt from the volunteers as well, like just them setting an example for me. I've added on to that, and I've brought that into like my life as well, and the way I act. And I think it just improves you mentally.
It's really
Wow.
good.
Yeah, that's
You
amazing.
got any examples of that, or are you happy to sit with that?
In schools, they come into
Yeah.
schools, and what do we talk about? Toxic
So
masculinity.
just to add context, I've been into the school with George, and I've delivered some group work with a colleague of mine. And as you were saying, it's about toxic masculinity, but being a healthy man and identifying what healthy masculinity is. So it's not so much about a negative stereotype, it's more about how to teach young boys to become healthy adult men. And we've spoken about like you say, emotions and what toxic masculinity means. We spoke a lot about being a bystander. We spoke about being assertive as opposed to aggressive and things like that. And I know that you've been very complimentary of that, which of course is very much appreciated by us. And that's why we do what we do, yeah.
It was good fun. And it was good to learn how to act on other people's actions.